Yo, it's ODB from OLP. This is October 93. So this is going to be 30 years ago this October, which is insane. Obviously, we're in 2023. Can't believe how fast time is flying. This was the only issue, if I recall correctly, I could not find for 93 when I posted something in the past. Johnny Garage Johnson, big shout out. Love his channel. He often comments, so I appreciate that. He had sent me what I'm going to show you guys here in a second in the past. Of course, I ended up getting an issue, and I can kind of bring this flip through, or at least this feature flip through, to you. What I do want to do, though, is just jump in here to the table of contents. Check that out, like a rock. My dad would always say that. Chevy Silverado, like a rock. Those old commercials. Cobbalicious. Not too crazy, but definitely one clean Mazda. I'd say crazy. Definitely crazy. The other cool thing is, if you think about trucking in this era, look at all of the features. I talked to an old friend tonight, mini trucker, and we weren't recording. We were just shooting the shit, which is, I think, is good to do with your friends, man. Just call and shoot the shit. West Coast Nats. And we were talking about, will the magazine industry ever be like what it was before? And I think the answer is easily no. I mean, look at this. Look at all those pages. But it's important we support, I guess, what we can, There's a couple left out there, including the Custom Truck, CTM, Custom Trucks Mag from Japan, which used to be Truck Trends. So this is Cobbalicious. And this is Robin, I guess his nickname was Cobb, C-O-B-B, Ramirez. And this might be, if I remember correctly, the second paint job. Shout out to Craig Frazier. He has chimed in before. Maybe it was K-Daddy. And they have said, hey, that was, this truck had three or four paint jobs, rather. And this one became Something Wicked This Way Comes. So this is cool. The other reason why I'm bringing this up is this is later this month, January 30th. So you guys see where the madness in my mind comes from. January 30th, 1993, he was rear-ended in his fully shaved, painted, show-worthy Mazda Cab Plus. He could have easily given up on it, but instead he looked at the accident as a chance to give him a mini facelift. And that's what mini truckers do. Back in the day, it was like, God forbid you got in an accident. It was like, hopefully you were okay, but then it was like, now I can shave some stuff. Maybe I can do some graphics. And that's what happened here. Now, we do have a behind-the-scenes photo from this shoot, if I recall correctly. I forget who sent it to me. And I know that because it's a behind-the-scenes, but also look at the hay in the background. So pretty cool. If you think about 30 years ago, this thing was already badass. One of the pages I followed today on Instagram is, for some reason I wasn't following them, but they were following us, was the Elite Viper fan page that, they basically share the love for those classic iconic wheels. But, again, thinking about the heyday of mini trucking, I mean, look how sick that is. It's like, this is 30 years ago, and dude, this guy had a badass truck. Cal Concepts painted, again, just to be clear, when the original OGs, K-Daddy, Craig Frazier, and Dion were rocking it. Still rocking it. But you can see there, Cal Concepts, look at the paint. I love this paint on this thing. But again, this truck became Something Wicked This Way Comes, which was featured in Truckin, but also ran on the cover of Mini Truckin, arguably one of the dopest Mazdas, if not minis, ever built. But if you think about the legacy of it, that's what I love about mini trucking. Some of my old friends, we would always talk about, well, this truck became this truck, became this truck, right? And things like this are what caused some of those chain reactions. And that's one of the reasons why we started the podcast, so we could showcase a lot of this. I've also commented on a couple of people's pages where they've said, wow, I didn't even realize that. Which, again, is something that we want to try to bring that angle from OLP, whether it be on the podcast or here on social media now. You can see there Randall Cobb, Ramirez, Bakersfield, Cali. Anybody know why his nickname was Cobb? It's in quotes. 89 Mazda Cab Plus. just spent almost 5 minutes talking about this 2-page feature right here. Rest in peace, Courtney Halowell shot it. He, of course, did the write-up. But look, it's just not a 2-page feature. Of course, black and white era. Motorcycle mirrors. Check out the engine bay. Everything painted on the door jambs. Super sick, man. You see there I set up 15x7 Elite Vipers wrapped in BFG good rich Euro TA tires. And then look, kind of an interior that was iconic of the time. Basic, a little bit of billet. Those graphics though. Before the new paint was sprayed, the crew at Cal Concepts welded the tailgate closed. Does anybody have a photo of what it looked like before this? Was it a single color? Was that version 1? Is this version 2? I know the current version, my understanding, is something Wicked This Way Comes. And there it goes. I was looking for the TR. Boom. Syndicate Mini, shout out to those, the big homies. Kyle Gann and Dion. All of the help. And Tom Maroney. I believe is the correct pronunciation. Maroney? Know that name. I've heard it, of course. But yeah, salute to the great ones, man. This truck is awesome. This gives me inspiration just seeing this. If you're building an old school Mini and you're thinking about, hey, what can I do? Look at these old magazines. Go on eBay, cop some, or just check us out here. We're going to bring you the straight heat. And this right here, man, is where it's at, y'all. Mini Truckin 101, in my opinion. Stay on the rise, y'all. Cobbalicious. We out here. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe. It's up there on the screen. Or click through the next video. It helps us out. Peace.